we go.
Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Today is February 15th, 2024 at 9:04 a.m. We's here and we're ready to do it. This is part 5 of I don't know how many series. I think this might be the last one. 5-part series, and I think the next class will be about, we'll review and see what we can take on from this 5-part series that we could practice to bring more self-love into our lives and into the lives of those around us. So that's what we're doing today. So we're going to do part 5. That's interesting. It's part 5 and 5 of us are here. So that must be the 5. The fabulous 5.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
We loves ourselves.
So where did we leave off from last week?
Weren't we talking about an altar?
Yeah, did anybody do their altar?
I've started it. I am going to.
That was a homework. Well, okay, go ahead, Evelyn. I was about to call her Queen Evelyn. Go ahead, Queen Evelyn.
No, I was just going to come on my phone and then kind of show it to you.
Okay, please do. I just got my room painted, so it's not set up yet, so.
Okay.
What color did you paint it?
It's cream colored. It's white. It's white. It's very white. Oh, sorry. Very white. It's very white. Very white.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, it is. So, what do I want to say about that? It's very white, and shampooed the carpet yesterday, and yeah, just gonna put some cute stuff in there, and I'm gonna hang out here
downstairs, or you're down?
I'm gonna be upstairs. I'm downstairs right now, but I'll be upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Evelyn, girl, you scared me. I'm like, why is Evelyn over here? I'm like, what is going on? I got it now. Okay, that's your phone. All right.
And she looks different in the other one.
I know she do.
The
Oh, look at her room. It's so artsy. Oh, look at it. That's so good, Evelyn. Got your picture right there in the middle. That's good. That's really good.
Wow.
Okay, I love it. I love the red all around you. That's fire and passion. And in Chinese astrology, it's the year of the dragon. So that is perfect.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I just, this is one of those from the Rose, the head wrap lady.
Yeah, Love Rose.
Yeah, I got that from her.
No, she did say the head wrap lady. I can't wait to tell Love Rose. Talking about you on the show today, they talked about the head wrap lady. That's so funny.
Yeah, in case anybody didn't know who she was, I know who she was. I know she is.
No, I know. I just want you to know the hair. I just love that she's known as the hair wrap lady. She would love that. That would turn her on. Yeah. Not only that somebody said the hair wrap lady, and we knew who she was talking about. That's the other part.
Exactly right. Hey, Rev, put your cup back up.
Oh, that's not the cup. I got my.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm
okay,
just
cheers.
Toast to you, to love thyself.
To love. Ladies.
Joy, where's your cup?
Where's your cup? I love it. To love
thyself.
Yes.
I went in my tea bag and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna show you how. Like, wait a minute, hold on. So I think that I collect teas.
I think you do. You think?
So today I'm like, okay, Miss Lady, could you drink your teas? And girl, I went in there and I got something, I don't even know what it is, but I was like, it smells good. Oh my God, it tastes so good. Let me tell you. Wait a minute, hold on.
I love the way Maymuna will share. She shares on Facebook all the time. So she had a good spot because I wanted some hibiscus flowers for,
Mhm.
so she shared a place, but she didn't give me the address. So I messaged her to, I want to know the address. But you got a big bag of hibiscus flowers for like less than $10, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I got a big old flat jar of that the other day, but it's so hibiscus. I was like, I gotta have that, all that hibiscus. But this right here is, I don't know what Caspo L is, but it's ginger, licorice, mint, hibiscus, funnel, lavender, and rosemary. It's
ooh.
delicious.
Hmm.
You should just put on here, the name of this is called Delicious. Uh,
Yeah.
because that's what it is. It's delicious. So, like calming. Hello, Davery.
Good morning. How is everyone?
Hi, how are you? Welcome.
Well, thank you.
Have you been here before?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's Denise. Denise Avery.
Oh, Davery. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Denise.
that's all right. Peace and blessings to everyone this morning.
Peace and blessings.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm a little silly this morning. That's a come talking about, hey, Davery.
I like that energy. I'm laughing too.
She like Davery, like, hey. That's so funny. We was
I
just having
didn't.
a little, we was just having a little tea conversation before we get started.
Forgive
I
me.
didn't put that
I'm not
together
strong
until you
enough
said
about
it, Queen.
What?
Denise Davery. I didn't
Oh, yeah, that's a come I cracked
thought
up. I'm
maybe
like,
it was
oh,
her somebody else's phone and
that's
she's
a come
using
like
somebody
Davery.
else's phone.
I never saw her here before. Okay, hey,
Excuse
Davery.
me. I'm working. I'm at my desk, so I'm here, but I'm not here. So I'm still working. So yeah,
Can
I'm
you
at work.
show your face real quick so
Sure.
a camera flick on and off, and then
If I can get this going.
there
Hey,
we
oh
go.
yeah, girl, yeah, hey, girl, with all the great ideas. Yeah, you know exactly who that is. Hello, good morning. We're
Good
just going to
morning.
continue on our conversation today on loving ourselves. Evelyn started sharing, our homework last week was to do our love altar. So Evelyn started showing hers, which is starting off to be very beautiful. I'll be glad when she gets it all set up. So hey y'all, I'm gonna visit, even though we go step away from this conversation, I'm gonna keep revisiting to make sure everybody have a little space for an altar that represents. So make sure you do your altar, because you you could be like, she gonna be asking me, I better get my altar.
Yeah.
Cause like they know she gonna be asking, right?
Well,
So
Queen, looking
Okay, I
around,
have a space.
what'd you say, Evelyn?
I was asking Queen, she's looking around to see where she can place it.
Yeah, I just said I have a space. Yeah.
Just a little cute space.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
The last one I had was to honor my little girl within. And it had a little teddy bear on it, and you know, crystals, and my home angel on it. But I love my teddy bear because every time I looked at the teddy bear, I'd be like, oh, hey, give my little girl a hug. So tuning into her and keeping her in place is really important. So today, what we're going to talk about are words, and we're going to talk about um, emotional stings and brain stings and what that is about. And as you speak of it, so it is. We're going to talk about the ego a little bit. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through all of this, but I'm going to see how far we get today in our conversation. Hey, Ebony, welcome. She must can't talk yet. Oh, she can't talk. She's saying Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Oh, there she go, waving her hand at the top. Hey. All right. Okay, y'all. So today we're gonna talk about those are the things that we're gonna talk about, right? First, we're gonna start talking about your words. And we're gonna look at how the matrix uses words to keep us in bondage, right? And most people think that words are just symbols we use in order to, let me push this back a little bit. Okay. Most people think that words are just symbols that we use in order to communicate. But words are really more multi-dimensional than we think. And more than more multi-dimensional than we realize, that what we're saying is affecting us on many levels. Okay, because each word that you speak is coded with a frequency, and that frequency programs your subconscious, our subconscious minds, and trains them and trains our various systems to match the vibration of the words that we're speaking. So we don't understand the words that we're speaking is actually training our subconscious mind. And so at one point, I started asking a question, well, where is my subconscious mind? Well, how you want to know what's in your subconscious mind is look at what shows up around you every day. look at start looking around like, what? That's what's in your subconscious mind, right? Or the people that show up. That's what's in your subconscious mind, or the things you have to do, right? Every word has an energetic frequency that unlocks a set of codes. And those codes affect our physical body, our spiritual body, our emotional body, our psychological bodies. So the words that we're speaking are affecting us and encoding energy into our body. I started thinking about this and I started going, oh, I got some years of some bad energy. Some bad energy, right? Right. And it also is even like, and it affects us, and Queen, you'll get this even when we sing along the music, right? When we sing along to the music, we are either affirming lack, hierarchy, materialism, whatever the frequency of the lyrics are, is encoding into our system. And it's encoding our system to vibrate at a certain frequency. And it also is programming our minds with whatever the limiting beliefs, BS, BS belief system is telling you, right? So if you really listen to this, when I started reading, I said, you know, that is so deep, because I remember when hip hop first came out, it was uplifting. It was inspiring. KRS and some of those people, they were really like speaking to the higher consciousness of Black people. But the media, music companies, right? The particular media matrix is about controlling our minds, right? And so they went to going after the money. Once they really saw what the effect hip hop had on people, it started shifting the music. The first one that I heard shift the music was Luke Skywalker. That was the first one. He started talking about the booty, the butt. Don't y'all remember any of his music? Nah, Lakeisha might.
What is that? Doing the butt?
Uh-uh.
No. Okay. I don't know who.
Okay, whatever, job, because we got to know. Wait a minute, hold on.
As you're looking for it, that's something like when Sheena and I are in the car, what she listens to.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I don't like it. And
Yes.
RJ's is a little more, so he's been under the influence of his sister.
Okay, so this is, oh, go ahead.
Just the influence of his sister. So it's a little more, girl, it's cute and it's not so grinding and so, raw and yeah. So
I was waving at Maureen. Oh, look at Maureen. She in her greenhouse. Hey, Maureen, look at the flowers saying, hey, y'all. I'm sending out some good vibrations. Welcome, Lakeisha. All right. And so Grand Rising, Luke Skywalker's music was Hoochie Mama, Me so horny. Oh, me so horny. Me so horny. And I want some pussy. That was his music.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm clear that music took a turn.
Yeah.
Right? His album was Nasty as You Wanna Be. Right? So, but what we didn't understand is that's how the Matrix uses media to control our minds. Right. And it's everywhere. It's on the billboards that we look at. It's everywhere. It's to trigger us, to trigger the mind, to trigger the feelings of lack and doubt, and that we don't have enough and we need more, right? Everything is just flooded with stimulation,
Yeah.
right? Even like when you listen to the thing about how many different drugs they want you to take. If you got this issue, well, hell, by the time they tell you 10 times a day, you will have the issue before the day is over. Right. And then not only do they do that, they tell you, but if your heart starts to flutter, you start to feel like you faint, rush yourself to the hospital. What the hell? Right? So that's the whole how they bring fear and discord into our system. Right? Like if you really look at the news, terrible things are happening all day.
All day.
All right. And so this is how they're stinging. They put a sting on our brain. Right? So it's everywhere. So human beings are suffering. So remember this. All human suffering is coming from incorrect thinking. All our suffering is coming from our thinking. All of it. The music that the Matrix is producing, it hacks into our brains and it's creating malfunctions in our thinking. Right? The music is created to have us act opposite to our character and in opposition to who we really are. Right? All the information about all the wars that are coming on, it's the more we talk, the way we talk about it is the way we're bringing it about. What you speak about, you bring about. That's biblical. So as you believe, so it is done to you. Right? So that is the main thing. And another place is in our music. It's in the music, really entrenched in our music that we listen to, like the harmonies, the melodies, the lyrics. They all become mantras in our programming, in our mind. So it's like really so, and really, really reading is right. So, okay, I can't even believe it. I was cracking up because who I've been listening to lately is Chris Brown. And his music is, I was like, what is he really saying? And when I really started to listen to what he's really saying, I'm like, oh no. But the beat is off the chain. The beat is what pulls you in. It's not so much the words he's saying, it's the beat. But that's all programming because if I'm hearing those words are vibrating in my system. I was like, oh my God. Right. And so they become mantras for us. We don't even know. Now, listen, it's a mantra. I don't remember Luke Skywalker's song, but I knew that Luke Skywalker started it because it's in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the repetition of the frequencies that the repetition allows the frequencies of words to align in our subconscious and attach to our energies. And then we start to radiate that energy out into the world. Generally speaking, when people think of mantras, they think of like, Buddhist or Krishna or thinking that, but chants are made to uplift and optimize you, whereas using the same principles of repeating words over and over and over again is used to to program the subconscious mind. And so if you really, really, even like when I think about Chris, some of the he maybe have two stanzas where he's saying something different. Every place else he's saying the same thing over and over and over again. I was like, interesting. But it wasn't that so much about what he was saying. I like the beat. But even the beat is leaving something in my system. So like if y'all if the people on here right now, what's your favorite song right now? What are you really listening to?
Everybody want to be loved.
I listen to gospel because
Let
Mother,
go,
you're
yes.
dead on it. I do not allow music. Music is the only thing that do not need permission to enter the soul. So I don't listen to exactly what you're saying because of that.
Yes.
So I'm a
Okay.
gospel listening person.
Yes. Okay. All right. Anybody else? What are you listening
Mine
to?
is, I'm like her. I listen to a lot of gospel, but I do listen to a variety, jazz and different things. But today, um, was in my spirit was let go and let God, and I was
Okay.
just singing that all morning, and I got it. I gotta let go and let God for my business. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, gospel really does it for me.
Okay, good. Um, anybody else? Any song, pop song, I mean, hip hop or anything out in the world you listening to?
Um, I listen to. I'm looking at my playlist. Go Get It by Mary Mary.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Put Your Hands Together, the OJ's. Hold On, Sounds of Blackness.
Okay.
To A Deeper Love, and the other ones is I forgot what this. What is it? Um, dang, what's the name of?
Okay, I get the general sense of it. All right, great.
Like a
So,
hip hop beat, and but what they're talking about is, you know, he could be. He was saying in the music, he was in the lyrics, he was saying, I could be in a cell writing this song. That's kind of
mhm,
what the lyrics about. I'm in my hotel room writing this song. You know,
mhm.
tell me, oh, that's not gonna sell, but God told me that's gonna sell. So I mean, yeah, so I like that song. So
Okay. All right. So the whole point is for us to start to and pay attention to what we're listening to and to listen to music uh that's going to uplift and bring love and light and abundance and connection right
Yeah.
mhm,
into our life. That's the kind of music we really want to listen to.
Mhm.
That's a come right because a lot of the stuff that they're teaching or having the people go after is designer clothes. I got these boots, I got these gym shoes, I got my Hermes, you know what I mean? They're talking about your bank account, my bands, how many bands I got, right? Those are the things that they're talking about, right? So and I'm gonna stop saying right so much too right now. Right? They're talking about being in competition.
Oh,
So songs are tools of the system and the lyrics are designed to manipulate us and manipulate what we're thinking about. So and especially for the young people because they don't even understand this. Because as long as it's got a bump and bass line, right? We down with it.
mhm.
Right, as long as it's got a bump and bass line. And I noticed that yesterday too when I was in the car. I was like, oh, I like it because I like the bass line. I like the music. I like the beat. Right. But when I start listening to what they're saying, I'm going, oh no, not that, right?
Mhm.
So that piece, right? So nope, not right, but that's what I want to say.
So that means I can't listen to Booty Call and Freak of the Week no more.
Right, 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 right.
Joy's hand is up.
Joy, go ahead.
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up because about the music because I was somewhere and I think at the Super Bowl and they were talking about Beyonce and they says, no, she doesn't, she's not of God. And somebody said, what? I said, no, she's not. And somebody said something in her music where she talks about taking a sanitary napkin and putting it on the Bible, rubbing it against some verse in the Bible. And I said, yeah, I've heard that she wasn't really of God, but you know, they make you think she is in her the words in her music. And she was saying this stuff in her music. And people don't really listen to the words in the music, as you said, they listen to that beat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
And
a lot
you
of
know,
that
Beyonce,
music can be hypnotizing, is hypnotizing.
music is hypnotizing, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. And I used to work at a place and they did parties. And something happened in the party, and I had to go up and ask the DJ, to cut the music off because it was over because of what was going on in the background. And he was like, I cannot cut the music off right now because the people was in a frenzy. And if I cut the music off right now while they in this high level of, dancing and stuff, it will be more chaos. So when the music is hyped like that, he was like, as a DJ, I gotta bring them down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I don't bring them down,
Yep.
and the music cut off and they way up there, it'll create more chaos.
Yeah.
Because they won't have nowhere to go with the music after the music's gone. So we had to wait a minute for him to calm the music down before we could actually get on the mic and say something. And I had never really gotten that before.
Yeah.
But on stage, watching the people, yeah, they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
They were gone. The music had hypnotized them, entranced them, and they were like in a trance, right? Of dancing so strong. So
That was some good wisdom from him.
it
That
was.
That was like spiritual and scientific. To not just like drop them like that.
Right. He was like, you cannot do that. They'll go crazy if you do that.
Yeah, because they're out there. They're not even in control. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, one thing real quick, Rev, even in gospel music, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
When that frequency is so high,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They said that's how Hitler would control the masses because of the different frequency of the music.
Yes. Right. And so we have to be conscious of that. And so as a quantum creator, you have to honestly evaluate whether the songs you're listening to are transmuting information that you truly want to hear over and over and over again. So really paying attention to that. And that really pay attention to what you're looping into your consciousness because the more you loop it in, the more ingrained it becomes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to decide for yourself what kind of energies, what kind of information you want to allow into your consciousness. So there's this one brain hack that you can do, because you can control what you're listening to in your house or in your car, but sometimes, like you're out in the bank or in the mall or other places where music is going on. Oh, particularly a good place where this happens is in the beauty shop or the barber shop, what they be playing. Right? Because mostly it's due to what the owners want. And there's this brain hack, this brain sting you can do, right? When you're out in the world and you don't want that kind of energy to sink into your brain. Anybody in here know about tapping? So
Yes.
maybe later I'll start to do some work around tapping. But one way it's a hack you could do to protect your consciousness. Right. So while tapping on the back of your neck with the palm of your hand, you can say out loud, generate a barrier so that my mind does not take in these words that's being said as a fact.
Wow. That's powerful.
So it's how you can protect yourself from not going into your consciousness. And then you take a deep breath inward. And when you blow it out, go, ooh, blow it out like that. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you protect yourself. So you don't have to worry about frequencies coming into your brain and infecting your consciousness.
Okay, say that again. Generate a barrier to
so that my mind does not take in these words into my being as a fact.
You know what, Rev? That would be something really good as our children walk out the door to do that with them, to the babies, because when they go out, all kind of stuff be going in to protect them, as you say, your prayer over, when they walk out, and to do that for them to protect That's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, right? So, and it's like so funny because I got some of those songs that's ratchet. I love them and I sing them. I was like, but I didn't realize the effect that they were having on me, right? Because I listen to my gospel music, I get my praise on,
Mhm, right.
right? But I also get my ratchet on too. So it's like, you know, right? Because yeah. So it's like I got more present to that,
Yeah.
right? So it's going on to really talk about how the other ways that you can, so that was like how music does it, but also the music industry is using your brain, a brain sting to deliberately disempower you as a means of controlling you.
Hmm.
The
That's what
system
hip
uses
is.
music, television, movies, video games. That's how come the brothers can't get off the video games.
Mm-hmm.
It's got them entranced. It pulls them in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carriers to disseminate corrupt coding. But make no mistake, the system is writing the code. The system
Yeah.
is writing the lyrics. Like right now, if I was to say, okay, y'all, we go detox from the computer, playing on your phone. We're gonna take even if we did a day detox, you're gonna find how difficult it is to do it,
Mhm.
right? Because we're getting transmitted to, like, anybody got a game they play on their phone? What's your game, Joy?
I play bid whist every day. Every day. I know I'm addicted to it every day. I know I am. I admit it. I need anonymous. I need, what's that? Addiction Anonymous?
Big wisdom.
On bid whist, yes. On my phone, yes.
Okay, who else? Who play something on their phone? Anybody else?
I wanted to, but it's just too much to download. I like the games where you like spell a word real quick.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
Like
uh-huh.
those, but it's like no, I don't feel like it.
Uh-uh.
I want to download it, and next thing you know, they charging me $10 a month. No.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else?
I play a cooking game. It's called Cafe Panic.
And what's that about? Oh, not Cafe Panic. Okay, what's that about? That you could
No,
already tell that's not good.
it's there are several different restaurants from different countries, and you can go to whatever restaurant and cook and
Uh-huh,
serve the people.
uh-huh.
Yeah, and you have to, and the reason I know that there's nothing wrong with my memory is because I know all the recipes from each different restaurant.
Okay. All right. Okay. Who else? What game you play on your phone?
Well, I
On your
put the
computer?
coloring, the coloring and spider solitaire.
Spider Solitaire. Uh-oh.
And the one that they have
I'm
anyway, you
confused.
got to match and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all mine. It's terrible. Mine is Soda Crush.
What
Mine
is
is Soda
that?
Crush.
Okay, I
Oh,
remember.
soda as SODA,
Yeah, mm-hmm.
like pop.
Uh-huh. Candy Crush.
Oh,
Candy.
That's a
Candy,
popular one, isn't it? Ain't that
yeah,
a very popular one?
yeah, Candy Crush. It's bad, y'all. I got it so bad. It's so bad. I'm like at level 5,000.
Wow.
So I'm telling the truth on myself. I'm telling on myself today.
mhm.
5,000. It's like for real. That's what you're doing. And wait a minute, but it's really past 5,000 because I said when I got to 5,000, I was gonna stop, but I didn't stop.
Mhm.
I didn't stop, and I was like, okay, when I run out of extra men, extra points, extra. I ain't got nothing, nothing to work with because you can save up stuff to work with. And when you can't get a puzzle, you can get extra moves. So I said, okay, when I get to 5,000, I'm gonna stop. The other day, my spirit's like, but you ain't at you didn't stop at 5,000 because guess what? I'm at 5,592 now. I'm like, oh man. So that's the comment was like, can I stop it, right? Because it's my emotional sting, it's my emotional hit. It's my emotional hit. So it's transmitted through music. Emotional stings come through, and other ways that you get it is through scary movies, aggravated stimulation, emotional stings, anything that works with your nervous system. Because when I'm playing, and when you get really close, you go, oh man, I get a hit from and then or I get a hit from yeah. I get that that emotional sting from it. And so I'd have really prepared for this. I went, oh, that is so true. But it's been unconscious that I've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, okay, I'm a lie. I was lying when I said that. It wasn't unconscious that I was doing it. I knew that I was doing it, but I wouldn't stop myself from doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's the thing. So you got to really look at what gets your heart rate going, your cortisol levels up, that gets you in the space of fight or flight. Right? And it's really coming through the movies we watching and how it's flooding our system. So what kind of movies y'all like?
I grew up in
Do you like army movies? Do you like war movies? Do you like what kind of movies you like? Do you like scary movies? Do you like what kind of movies
I
y'all
like
like?
action movies.
Action movies, okay, because that gets you going,
Yeah,
right?
I don't like scary movies.
Don't like scary. Nope.
scary movies with a purpose. They can't be stupid.
Okay, scary movies. She likes scary with a purpose. Okay, got you.
I like Dracula. I like the Mummy. I like,
Yeah,
yeah, Wolfman.
yeah. Anything that'll get that amygdala going.
Yeah.
That's that energy, that leaks into our emotional bodies to get us hyped up, that brings up our phobias. So scary movies are created by the system, the matrix systems to hold us back, which is why these days, how many zombie movies they got? They got how many zombie movies they got? How many alien movies they got? Vampire movies. Oh my God. Oh, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead thing was like, okay, that was a big deal. And what was that one with the young people?
Where they didn't live to be older than a certain age. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it was one.
Well, I didn't. No, zombie movies. No, I don't like those.
Oh, vampire movies,
Yeah, I do like vampires. I
right?
what it was on one of the streaming. It was like where a witch and a vampire fell in love.
Mm-hmm.
It was where they brought peace to both fractions.
Yeah.
I liked that, you know.
Yeah.
And
So horror movies, when I really look and when I start paying attention to this, I'm like, look how many movies they got about war, or how many war they got about police with guns, or robbing people, right? I love all the robbery ones. Right? I'm like Star, I like the action movies, right? So it's really like paying attention to what kind of movies you like, because really getting that all those images are being programmed into our imaginations, right? And they're giving them an opportunity to be manifest in the world.
Reverend, so many people watch the movies while they're going to sleep, and it's still running. And yeah,
I don't. I stopped that years ago. I told Sheena, she just her and Rich RJ too. He'll whatever's playing on the. I go in there and I turn it off. So don't go to stuff on.
Yeah.
Sleep with this stuff on.
Yeah. And so, at one point when I did Vipassana, I stopped watching TV. So don't watch TV, but the computer still keeps me hooked up because I can watch any movie I want to or check on the news or any of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I'm not watching TV, but I still can go on the computer and find out, what I want to look at.
Fred.
I want to say one more that I like. I'm sorry.
But,
One more. Time travel.
oh, like time travels? Okay, yeah.
Where they, yeah, it's that where she traveled back in time and fell in love with the love of her life, and
Yeah, I know that one.
love that show.
Well, the other day, I was looking at Hulu and what kept trying to pop in for me was Handmaid's Tale. Anybody watch that?
I couldn't.
That was too weird for me. I was like, why are they, what? No.
I
That was too weird for me.
Yeah, no, because I'd be done pop somebody when they try.
Right. Okay, can you get how it'll put
Yeah.
put something in your subconscious mind?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Mm.
And when I watch movies or TV shows, and then there's the bad guy.
mm-hmm.
Since I've been in the Course of Miracles, I tell myself I cannot have anything against this person, even though it is just a show. I still must watch the way that I feel about this person.
Yes.
So I practice that when I
Right, but
watch
now we
stuff
got a
like that.
hack. We could just tap our brain and write, we're gonna look at this, but let this be a barrier to my mind so it does not take in words into and I don't take in words into what this being said as a being a fact. That this is not a fact. This is a movie. Okay, it ain't real. Whew. Oh, let me breathe that out. That's really good to know, right? Because the thing about all of this is that what we really got to understand is, y'all believe an hour done went by almost? That's really deep.
I know before. Yeah.
It's like, right, but let's talk about this for a minute. As you speak it, so it is. As you speak it, so it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now we got to start to really look at how the matrix is bombarding us, right? With incorrect thoughts, incorrect ways of being, and being willing to put a limit on that on our day-to-day life and writing out and taking out all the corrupt codes. It happens all the time, right? And so the part about this that I'm bringing out is if we're going to have an intention, set a high intention, in anything that we're up to, right? I hope this turns out right. I hope, what we're about to do, I hope it's okay, right? To put the word hope with the future is to bring in doubt and uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. Well, okay. If you're going to have an intention, set a high intention, right? Like everything we're about to do is transformative, opens up and awakens people, inspires them, brings love into the space. You can speak it like that rather than, I hope this turns out. I hope this is okay. Or even having that kind of thinking. Because if you're having that kind of thinking, you can actually take that out and create a powerful intention for exactly how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there's a lot because what we don't understand is when we're thinking like that, we're cursing ourselves. We're putting a curse on ourselves when we're complaining, when we're worrying, doubting ourselves, limiting ourselves, sabotaging ourselves, putting ourselves down. Those are all curses. Did y'all know that?
Yes.
I didn't really get them as a curse, but I get it as a curse now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's how we curse ourselves. Right? So just like when we use the word try, should, none of those words are going to bring us what we're cursing ourselves some more.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Women who said sorry. Yep. Just pay attention. I pay attention to how much people say, oh, so sorry. You missed that word. Sorry. What? You just missed a word.
Right.
That's all that happened. But those are all ways. Sorry is a good one because it's very subtle and people accept it. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's something I don't accept from my grandson. Every time he says sorry, I said, don't say that. if you're not going to change the behavior, don't say you're sorry, because you're not.
Yeah. Because we have to realize, sorry, all those words are encoded with the frequency of doubt and having us doubt ourselves and doubt what we're up to. Right. And we want to start to train our consciousness to function with we don't want to train ourselves to function with a conversation for the possibility of failure. So we're going to have to start to really pay attention to what we're saying. Right.
Yeah.
Not right. I don't know why I got that in my consciousness today. So even in saying that, we got, and if we start to really look at our different areas of our life and what we're saying, because even if we're looking at money, right, or whatever it is, I'm not a good money manager. Well, if you say I'm not a good money manager, the universe go, okay, got it. You're not a good money manager. We'll make sure that keeps happening for you. Right? Whatever it is you're saying, because we got a lot of them. Right? If you go, oh my God, this is gonna be so hard. Spirit go, gotcha. Let's make this extra challenging for you.
Just let her prove it.
Right? Because
Yeah.
that's what we're doing
Yeah.
with our if you start to say, there are no great men out there in the world anymore. Well, the universe like, okay, well, let's have you be by yourself for the rest of your life. Right? What are you saying?
Yep.
Because what you speak about is what you bring about. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Spirit's like, great, limbo. Let's give her some more of that.
And the
That's what
thing,
go ahead.
and the thing, we can change on a drop of a dime.
It's only in our speaking.
Great example, real quick. I was in a dance class and the lady said, I just can't have a man lead. I'm just not accustomed to that. And she just kept saying it, kept saying it. So I just stopped the class. I said, look, I will give you $1 million right now if you let this man lead. And she said, okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you something too. We have to be careful of people putting that on us too.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be careful of that, because I was in a dance class and I wouldn't lead, and the instructor was like, "Oh, so you just ain't gonna follow me, huh?" And he just threw my hand out there and went and started dancing with somebody else. But I guess, and from that I went, okay, guess I'm not a good dancer because I'm not gonna follow that well. That's not the truth. I just didn't know that's that's how dancing went. Because I'd be dancing with him. He go, what are you doing over there? I'd be doing my own thing. He would go to throw his hand out there to grab me. I'd be turning around. He was like, who told you to turn? Okay. So yeah, so that right there. So we have to be careful of people actually putting how they think about something on us. Right? So we have to be careful of that too. Very careful of that, because people will do that to you all day. What my mama and them used to call it is don't burn bread on me. Right? And I don't let people speak negativity over my life. Period.
Right.
Period. Right? Don't let people tell you what you cannot do or who you really are when that's not you. Don't that, because what you speak about, you bring about. Right? And so go ahead.
Where it said where 2 or 3 agree on anything. So if someone says something about you and you take it, you're agreeing, so be it.
So be it. Right?
I'm gonna rebuke it in a minute. I'm gonna be like, oh, I rebuke that in the name of
Yes. Yes, mine is, I don't accept that for myself, but thank you for sharing.
Me too. Yeah.
Reverend Grace,
Yes.
Grace, I say the same thing. One of the things that I try to get young women to understand is when you take control of your thoughts, words, and actions,
Mm-hmm.
become conscious. Everything that comes at you, you have a choice to receive it or deny it. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like that too. If somebody speak over me and I'm like, excuse me, I am not accepting that.
Yes.
Putting people in my atmosphere
Yes.
and teaching them, do not speak over me because I'm going to denounce that.
Yeah. Yes.
So, that's when you're walking in a conscious mind and you are,
Yes.
and I just love your topic today because I do believe that we have to be in control of what we receive in our minds, our heart, and our spirit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even the music, because the music right now, we know that there's a war in heaven against the female.
Yes.
If you look at the movies and the music, it's degrading our young women in their minds and in their hearts and their spirit.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so it is an attack against the young female right now, because they're assuming that this sexuality
Is what's up.
right, but it's taking them from that spirit of integrity,
Yes.
being that
But-
woman of,
But this is even a deeper part. Okay, Lakeisha, here I come. What's the deeper part? They don't understand that whatever spirit of a man that they let within that body, that spirit is left in them.
them
I'm like,
soul ties.
These
Yeah.
mofos is crazy. And
Yes.
you gonna let them leave that with you? I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And
And
wait, here I go. No, no, no. And that would be no. Okay.
I think, and Mother, you're correct. And what I think a lot of women don't tend to understand is we're receivers. We
Yes.
receive a man in our
Yes.
womb. And
Yes.
a lot of women don't understand that for 72 hours, that sperm stays in your body.
Yes.
So you're spiritually connected.
Yes.
So as men say, like I tell them, there's no such thing as a one-night stand to a woman because we're connected to you now. We can
Yes.
feel you. We know where you at. We know what you're doing.
Yes.
And that's why most women, after they have that physical connection, their energy is so connected to this man. You are going to submit your vibrational energy. You're going to submit it.
Yes.
So it's all about, like you say, education and teaching young women that your wombs are the sacred place of God. And that's the workshop where life begins. And you have to honor that.
Yes. Yes. But here's where I miss Mama Head right here today. Because especially when we start talking about the womb, because first of all, women, we're not taught to respect our womb. We are taught that it's bad. Your period is bad. Being on your period is bad. It's all bad. So, it's just like for me, I had fibroids. And when it's like I had to actually do cleanup work. I had fibroids, and when they came to take the fibroids out, he's like, okay, I got good news and I got bad news. I'm like, okay, good. What's the good news? He was like, okay, you got fibroids and they need to come out. Okay. And so then he said something else. I'm like, I got two things I want to know. I just want, oh man, it's going viral, but okay. Two things I want to know. Am I still going to have a monthly? No. Yes. No.
Right.
Yes. And then the other thing I wanted to know, can I still have an orgasm? And he was like, yes. I was like, yes. I was like, take it. Take it. And then, right, just take it. Let it go. I was so done. And then later on, when I got about the sacredness of the womb and the ovaries, I was like, I am so sorry, y'all. I was just like, let them go. Just take them away from me. I didn't realize that was such an intricate part of me, and that I needed to be more focused on healing that rather than get it the hell away from me. It's like, really?
Absolutely.
So we don't, as women, we're not taught that. And, and for me, it was too late by the time I figured it out.
That was one of the things, if any of you are familiar with Dr. Joel Pookrum, at Perfect Institute, we worked on that fibroid tumor. And she taught us that the fibroid tumor is a spiritual disease, whereas women, and you use the prime example, yes, my period is gone. So that energy is it's interacting with your creative force, because as women, we were given that womb
Yes.
give life. So when we're
Yes.
sending that energy to our wombs,
Yes.
which is a lot of women, they get into relationships that are not good. And when they get pregnant, that negative vibrational energy goes to the womb.
Yes.
And so then if you're in a situation where, you know, you have a man and you're physical with, and the relationship has changed in your heart. So every time this man touch you, you have this energy where you don't want him to touch you. That's going into that womb. So
Yes.
anything that is taking us out of the purpose of being a creator, giving
Yes.
birth, that's
Yep.
a negative energy. So Dr. Pulcrum taught us that's what fibroid tumors come from. When
Yes.
you're not accepting the responsibility of your womb and bringing forth life.
Right.
Because when we choose the wrong partners, the energy that we think we're choosing and sending towards that partner, whether it's he's not economically, you know, fit, or he's not a good husband or a good boyfriend, that energy turns back onto the womb.
Mm-hmm.
And so she did a book called, hold on, let me get it for you right now. This is a book that Dr. Jewel Pookrum created about the fibroid womb.
Uh-huh.
See that?
Yes, I do. Very powerful.
Yep. And so we worked a lot with those fibroid tumors and getting women, and I did the spiritual aspect to it, getting them to understand you have to go back and bless your womb and go through
Yes.
forgiveness process.
Yes.
You know, but you chose
Yes.
to do the surgery. But when you said, yes, the period is over, I thought about that. That's why
Yes.
God gave you that, so that
Yes.
you can reproduce.
Yes. But I can really see too that I had to go back and do the work to forgive
Yeah.
myself for doing that and you know, apologize for that I didn't realize what it was. But part of it too was my programming and indoctrination as a girl growing
Yes.
up with only brothers.
Yes.
Right?
Wow.
Because mostly in life, I thought they had it easy. And I want to be more like that because they ain't got to cook, they ain't got to clean up. Their only job is to take out the garbage and cut the grass.
Going against your nature, being a female.
Exactly. It really did. And you know, so I had a lot of who I was as a woman. I just took who my brothers was, who my mama made us hang out all the time. I just took who my brothers was and turned it around, and that's how I did things the way I saw the men do things.
Yeah.
And that went against my grain of who I was as a woman, which I didn't find out till later. But before we go, I want to say, Lakeisha, you had something to say, but we got into it. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you
Dang,
very
I
much.
done got to something else now. I'm like, oh my God. So when you was talking about the sacred of the womb, and I had to forgive myself also because, you know, I had an abortion before, right? And prayed to God that, you know, if he would forgive me, that I would never have another abortion again. And so I ended up getting pregnant with my husband. I ended up getting pregnant, and I couldn't believe it. I did not want that baby. Like, I did not want the baby. But I promised God that I would not have an abortion. So I stuck to it. Even though my friends was like, God will forgive you, blah, 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 blah. I did not want it. And because your energy and your vibration is so strong, I ended up with a miscarriage. And later, I said, because that baby felt me, the baby heard me, the baby, that's why, and I had to forgive myself for that because that's why I ended up having a miscarriage, because the baby could feel my energy, could feel that I did not want it. And I really truly believe that that is the reason why I ended up having a miscarriage.
Yeah, and then the flip side of that too is the baby didn't have enough life force to stay.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's not just you not wanting it. The baby got to have enough life force to stay. If it don't have enough life force coming through you, then it can't stay. Right? You know, and that's what it takes for a baby to stay. The baby got to have enough that it want to. Because if it don't want to, if it ain't got that, it can't stay either. So that's just is.
That's why they say when you
Have you ever saw those things where it's the egg and the sperm? And I could just see the poor egg going, curses, foiled again. Okay, let's go back out there, get some more energy, and try to come back through another way. Because life keep on lifing.
Yeah.
Life keeps on lifing.
I think that's why they say when you're pregnant, that's supposed to be the most happiest time. Like the man is supposed to make the woman as happy as possibly can, because it really makes a difference baby. I could tell the difference between my firstborn and my second son. I could tell the difference because I was very unhappy with Jabril. I was so unhappy going through my marriage and everything that I could tell a difference,
Mm-hmm.
between them. And so I was sad all the time. So when Jabril was born, we didn't see him smile for like 3 weeks before we saw him smile one time. Because
Wow.
it was me being so unhappy,
Yeah.
with the cheating and all this while I was pregnant and crying. You could tell a difference. And with Yusuf, my first, I was super happy, go lucky. And you can tell the difference
Yeah.
between, it
Yeah.
really is deep.
A lot of moms don't get the kids are emotionally connected to them.
Hmm.
A lot of moms don't get
Mhm.
that. But listen, ladies, it is 10:04. Ooh, that was a heck of a class.
I enjoyed it. What little bit I was able to jump into.
Oh my God, it's so good. So um we're gonna do next week we're gonna do the last class, and part of the class is gonna be review, but we're gonna talk about the ego and how to recreate our speaking and how to speak love over our life. And then we'll do a review of the whole series. And so everybody can take something from the class that they can use in their life ongoingly. And so that's all I have for today. So good job, y'all.
Good job, good
All right.
show,
Thank you, Bev.
You're
good
welcome.
info, good discussion. All
Uh,
right. So, and tomorrow is Friday. We will do the business at 8, from 8 to 9. And then we'll go into the show at 9 o'clock. So if you could just give yourself a big old hug. Oh my, oh, and hug the world because they need it, need it, need it, need it, need it, need it, need it. I see you, Ebony, and sprinkle all the goodness and prosperity and love and peace and happiness and joy and fun and travel and live it today. Make it
That's it.
fun.
Make it fun. All
Fun.
right, you guys. Bye. See y'all
Bye.
tomorrow.
Peace and
Thanks,
blessings.
Bev.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.